feel like I'm on a different planet walking around this place. It's just the enormity of everything in front of here. It looks small on camera. I'm telling you, it's huge. It's hard to describe. Just randomly, you come across the holes, right? This wasn't all done by hand, guys. It's lunacy to think that it's all been done by hand in the past. Absolute lunacy. I want to show you something on this monument, and then I got a question to ask you. It's got 8 pillars. Man, it's just someone's burial site, supposedly, right? I just want to show you that. You see the carving? You see the attention to detail? Now, every single one of these is exactly the same. Like, every minute detail is exactly the same. How is it that they tell us that this can be hand carved and every exact detail is perfect to one another? Like, what is that? To me, it reminds me of machine. You know, this one piece design here on the top. You know, you got that design. You go down the other end of the same piece. That's perfect. The exact same thing. Same thing at the top. This is just one grave site, right? One monument. Multiply this, you know, by thousands and thousands of pillars and carvings worldwide. This wasn't all done by hand, guys. It's lunacy to think that it's all been done by hand in the past. Absolute lunacy. This entryway, guys, holy crap. I mean, you'd think a CNC machine could totally do that today, but 140 years ago? Really? And the mortar, I noticed here, the mortar is brick. It's a brick material. See that? Brick mortar on stone. It's like some kind of fish gargoyle there. And at the top, more gargoyle water spouts. And there's the Oaks Ames there, right there next door. Some kind of sandstone here. But that's a pretty intense pattern there, right? You know, from afar, the Free Library looks very impressive. And as you get up a little closer, yes, it's very impressive. but it appears, I mean, look at that gargoyle right there. It appears older than what you might think. Yeah, those are lions up there. Anyway, wrapping up my visit here. Oh, check out these benches before I go. We got Pan hanging out here. The ugly motherfucker, huh? Because, you know, when you're rich in the 1800s, you just want the ugliest freaking artwork in your backyard. Nothing but the worst, I mean best.
Classroom. And in today's video, I want to give you an overview of how long a whole home remodel takes. You're going to have the discovery phase where you interview different contractors and designers, you discover what's possible, you discover what your budget can do. Then you're going to have the design phase, and then you're going to have the prep and construction phase. So the initial discovery phase can take anywhere from a couple weeks to a couple of months. The design phase for a whole home remodel could take probably minimum 6 to 8 weeks, up to a good 3 to 4 months. Then you move into the prep and construction phase. Your prep phase is where you get permits, you order all the products and materials, you lock in scheduling dates with subcontractors and other people involved in the project. And that can take anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks or longer, depending on the jurisdiction. Then you move into the construction phase. And for a whole home remodel, if we're talking on that smaller end of the scale, you're talking probably anywhere from 4 to 6 months. If you're talking about a massive project, you're probably talking 6 months to a year in terms of actual construction.
How long did it take to build the Empire State Building? The Empire State Building was constructed remarkably quickly, taking just 1 year and 45 days to build. This feat, completed in 1931, is often cited as an example of efficient construction practices and teamwork, showcasing how a well-coordinated project, despite its massive scale, can be completed in a surprisingly short time frame.
We can't cut through the red tape! It's over!
Not yet. I've got one last trick up my sleeve. I'm going to exploit a government official's only weakness. A little something to wet your beak.
Well, everything's in order here. You're all up to code. Thank you for your donation.
All right, I'm about to watch a 1920s video by the Smithsonian Channel. It's about building skyscrapers in the 1920s.
In Manhattan, a series of ambitious skyscrapers rise up, each competing to claim the title of tallest in the world.
And as I start to watch it, I can see how this is fake. Who in their right mind would work in these conditions with no safety ropes or anything like that?
Remains iconic to this day. This is rare footage of its famous eagles being installed on the 61st floor.
And as you look at this eagle, look how flimsy that is. Look at the wooden structure behind him. He's using bare hands. Like, this is happening in a warehouse somewhere, and they're just imposing a background saying it's in New York City in the 1920s. I mean, there's no way that's real. That reminds me of, you know, moon landing footage, for Christ's sakes. There's no way that happened. And yeah, guys just did that, right? You know, 50 stories in the air, no ropes, no nothing, when it would be easy to tie a rope to yourself. I mean, come on. Oh yeah, there's the hot rivet guy catching the hot rivets.
These jobs are so dangerous that 2 out of 5 fall to their deaths or end up disabled.
Really? 2 out of 5 died? 2 out of 5 fell to their death or became disabled? Come on. Okay, men, who wants a job? 40% of you are going to die in this job because we don't care about safety. We just want this thing done. Oh, I'll do it, sir. I'll do it. Yeah, this is all bullshit. This stuff never happened. I mean, could you imagine showing up at the work site and filling out an application, asking about a job, and then all of a sudden, a body comes screaming out of the sky and splatters near you? I mean, what do? Hurry up, sir. Please hurry me. It's obviously you need someone now. I need to get up there and replace him. I mean, for anyone to believe that this stuff happened, and look at that. Construction of the Empire State Building only took 1 year and 45 days from start to finish. If that doesn't tell you the bullshit in a nutshell, and you can't wake yourself up to the fact that this is just fabricated history, then so be it. I mean, everyone's entitled to think what they want. I'll tell you, just because they passed a few safety rules back in 1974 doesn't mean that guys did what they did. I mean, guys today can't even go up a 10-foot ladder without shaking in the legs. And really, we're just gonna think that these guys just walked around like nothing. And only 5 people died in the Empire State Building, so we're told 2 out of 5 fall to their death and get disabled. But during the construction of the Empire State Building, only 5 people died. What's that, like a 0.001 percentage? Totally busting their own narrative. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank you. As I scan over here, check this rock out. Looks like every other rock, right? And then you back up. Look at that detail in that rock, right? This is mostly underwater. You know, it's low tide right now. It has some words on the side, no, it's design. Very intricate. There's another piece there. I mean, that's part of some old building, right? And why would it be all popcorny, you know, blocked out on that? And then this is all perfect. It's got individual, you know, slats here. And it's very intricately carved. Let's see what else is here. I started off showing this one over here. It's kind of the same thing. Very slippery, you gotta be careful. That looks to be some kind of, you know, like a Lego type of block, right? Here is the front of the place. Workers in there today. But, Doors are about 6 inches thick. And they're wood. Here at Castle Island, next to the Star Fort, and I just wanted to show you all. Looks like the mortar in between is leaching out, but it's very hard. It's just like melting right out of there. And or it's melting down onto this definitely structure underneath this, but that's hard as rock. I mean, that's, don't know how that happens, but people will say that's seagull shit, right? But yeah, so it sits up on about a 50-foot mound. You can see down there, like, this stuff is leaching out everywhere. To me, it's more than just a repair job gone bad. It's like leaching out, but, you know, it's extending outwards a couple of inches on the wall. And it's the entire structure. The stuff is leaching out, melting. Let's see if we can see inside here. It's like some kind of arch. Alright, I'm on the ocean side. It's extremely windy. I apologize if wind bothers the video, but there's the Star Fort. And I just thought I'd come down here and explore next to the harbor. And the first thing I see down here is just bricks mixed in with everything, right? Let's go down in closer to the wall there and see if we can find any weird looking rock. I'm already finding some weird rock. Also just sitting on the beach. There's like a hunk of cement maybe? I don't know. It looks like granite. Just random something or another. Let's keep going. See the obelisk up there. Down here next to the water. There could be more structure under here, who knows? Definitely bricks everywhere as far as the eye can see. Thought this was kind of weird. You get this hole all blocked up. Looks like cement bricks, but I do see some red in there. You see how the mortar is standing up better than the brick? You see it better here. Like the mortar held up, but the cement bricks just fade away. Cheap ass fix, eh? Again. Whatever's leaching out of these joints is cooling up. It's hard as rock. It's some kind of polymer. It's super hot. It feels like granite. Let's go around the corner here. Yeah, it's everywhere. See that? Look at that. Discolored the rock and everything. Ice on top of that one. But yeah, it looks like it's just coming. I don't know how to describe it. A repair gone wrong. But whatever the material is, it turns to extreme rock. So this is low tide here, but you know, as the tide comes in over the years, washes out this hillside, and all these boulders seem to just fall out and tell a story, right? It's part of a structure. A lot of green here. Okay, so I was down there along the edge. That's where the embankment is falling into the water during high tides. And this is just a giant mound, all covered up. And they're scattered all throughout the bay here in Boston. Boston has many little islands. That. Lots of them. Something was covered up. That solid rock that looks exactly like wood. Gloves to show you the size. Weird. Don't know what to call that. Yeah. White specks in it. Solid green. About 8 inches round. Like that's pretty much green. And you look at this stuff here, just slabbed and all stuck to each other. I mean, what is that? It consists of like 90% little rocks. Looks like cement holding it all together. Like I said, something was destroyed here. And there's your super fast plane that's no more than 800 feet above my head. I mean, the camera doesn't do this any justice. Looks like a burnt charcoal looking rock. It's like 2 foot round. Very detailed to the eye. Of course, the camera's not picking it up that well. But some of this stuff is pretty amazing looking. Glove is for scale. This is the appearance of brick. There's a lot of like this green pumice stone with what appears to be crystal material in it. Up there, just a chunk. levers for scale. October 31, 2024. I'm back at World's End Park in Hingham, Massachusetts, USA. And giant mound behind me. This whole place is just made up of mounds, as well as, you know, the Boston Harbor has tons of mounds, which they call little islands. Just wanted to come back here and, you know, find some unique rocks, show you some of what I think is destroyed structure, and see what you guys think. There's some weird looking rock here. There's some concrete and steel right there. Square voltage. Just some weird looking material here. I think it's all part of some structure. That's definitely structure right there. You know, just buried in the side of the hill. Giant piece of cement. Rock. Even brick. Some more steel. Some destroyed beyond recognition, some not, like this. All right, I come across a pretty familiar site. That looks like bricks. It's just hard to believe how the geologist's gonna say this is all just natural. You know, your emerald green rock, your charcoal looking burnt rock, your tree appearance rock, and let's not forget your purple looking boulders there. It's just all Mother Nature, right? Again, just all kinds of melted madness here. All different colors. Giant, you know. Look at this giant piece right here. Just natural. You see it just falling right out of the hillside. Alright, so amongst the rocks here, you see this giant, this thing must be 8 feet by about 7 feet. It's just a giant piece of rock. Look right in the middle of it. How's that natural? Come on, geologists. Give me an answer. I mean, wouldn't that remind you of part of a structure? Something? Don't even ask me what's in that. It's like a 3x5 plastic tub just sitting here. Don't even want to try to look in it. Austin. It's endless out here, guys. Check this out. Green meltolithic looking stone. Same thing right next to it, but with rock chunks in it. White next to that. This thing here. Everything's melted and destroyed. This is not weather erosion. This is melted. This is our melted reality. Sorry, Mark, had to use that. That's exactly what we're looking at. It's just overload with what to look at here. Look at this one right here, right? I've shown this one before. I've seen this one several times. It's like a charcoal looking rock. Detail in this. The camera doesn't pick up on all the detail. It's a lot darker in person than the camera showing. Let's keep going. Whatever this place was, it is now Fubar City, or Fubar Junkyard. And I struggle with, what we're told by geology. I mean, I must have seen 500 different kinds of rocks here, over a mile. And it all boulevard. It's all different. It's the kind of stuff where you can look at all day in every different angle and still not figure out what it is. Alright, so just a giant mound here. As I swing around, I ended my walk there, but I went for about a mile off in that direction and come up the slope here a little bit and I see some structure they just can't get rid of, right? Sorry about the sun. Just a massive piece just sitting there, just like the stuff down near the water. Mounds everywhere, little islands all throughout the Boston Harbor, all covering something underneath. Alright, I'm in Pawtucket, back here at this huge arch bridge. It goes over the Blackstone/Seekonk River. I just wanted to take a closer look here at how it ties in to the hillside here. See if we can get a closer look. Now this arched bridge has no architect, designer, or workers attached to it. It's just unknown.
The Division Street Bridge in Pawtucket, Rhode Island is architecturally significant as the longest stone arch bridge in the state, constructed from 1875 to 1877 at a cost of $95,000.
You see how it's built right on top of the rock? Or this is part of the melt.
This 9-span stone and brick bridge spans approximately 450 feet across the Seekonk River, making it the finest and longest stone arch bridge in Rhode Island. However, the specific details of the bridge's construction and its architect remain unknown.
Look at this over here. I'm going to stand in the shade. Hopefully I can see better. You see this meltolithic rock here? And look how close it is to the bridge. The arches. I mean, it's within an inch or two, right? Are we to assume that they built the arch bridge that close to this melted rock? And look what's on top. And as we go up in here, so this is the bridge, and it's supposedly built right into the rock there. But you can clearly see how the bridge and the wall, rock here, rock, bridge, there's just no separation. It's all the same when you look closely. And look up there. There's no way that was built like that, right? Well, let's have a little look around. So I was just showing you in that archway. I'm in the next archway over. And I showed you those walls up there. And as I round the corner, there's even a bigger wall up there. It's a corner section of wall. This lower wall, Route 95 bridge. And the archways get bigger and bigger as you get down towards the river. And this is a massive arch bridge, guys. Gonna go look on the other side, see what's on the other side. All right, so you're looking through the archways, you see the rocks there, and I'm over on this side, and there's like a wall that skirts this side, turns into rocks, but what I'm noticing is these large pillars all up through there. Let's see if I can get a better look here. So you see the large pillars. They're there, a couple there, some square foundations, another pillar there. I see square boltage coming out the top of that. More melted rock here. Huge meltolithic rock. Here's a good look at the arched bridge. Let me see if I can widen the view here. No, I can't. That's as far as I can go. But let's take a look at the whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, possibly 10 arches in the bridge. This is called the Division Street Bridge. And when you're up there, you don't know what's down here. And when you're driving by on that highway, that, you know, the bridge overpass that they just put in, you can't see down here either. Excuse me. Pretty massive bridge. to have no history attached to it. They know the cost of it, they know when it was built, but they don't know who designed it or the actual people that built it. How freaking impossible is that? Anyway, comment below if you got anything to say. Thank you.